Welcome to the Broken Minds podcast. We have a special Halloween episode. Instead of the real killers, today we're going to be talking about the fictional ones. But before we start, we would like to say a big thank you to our sponsors: Georgia Highlands College, Rome Little Theater, Chiaha Harvest Fair, Rome Shakespeare Festival, WLAQ, Rome News Tribune, Meg Treg Collective, and the Rome Emperors. What's y'all's favorite horror movie?
Ooh. I don't really know.
Probably this movie called Lights Out. Like, I watched it not too long ago, and it scared the crap out of me, but it was good.
What was your favorite part?
I don't know. Just like the scariness of it, because like every time like the lights cut out, like this like monster thing comes out and kills people.
Just the plot.
That's the plot. The whole thing.
I don't really watch scary movies, but I've watched one, so I'm just gonna claim it's my favorite one. It's called Night Swim. Y'all should definitely watch it. Yeah. My favorite part was, I ain't gonna lie, it's probably okay. It's my favorite part because it looked like caught me by surprise. So like they were hosting like a party at their house, and because they have a pool, so they was hosting like this pool party. And mind y'all, the pool is haunted, or whatever, it's haunted or whatever. So they were having a pool party, and the dad was in it, and he used to play baseball, but he had to retire because he hurt himself, and the pool is supposed to help him or whatever. So he was in it, and he had one of his son's friends on his neck, and he was swimming, they was playing chicken or whatever, and next day later, the dude's eyes go black or something like that, and he's now drowning the kid. So it was crazy. The kid lived, but everybody was kind of devastated because they was like, did this man really just drown this kid in front of everybody? So yeah, but it wasn't him. It was the person, the thing in the water. But yeah.
Was it like demonic?
Yeah, so basically it's like, in order for the pool to heal, somebody has to die.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's like a sacrifice thing.
Yeah, so in order for, because he, hurt himself, that's why he couldn't play baseball anymore. Mm-hmm. So in order for the pool to heal him, somebody had to die. So that's what happened.
So he was just being controlled by this demonic thing that was making him kill people just so he could get healed.
Yes, but the fact, nobody, at the party, nobody died. Somebody did die, but he gave up, well, in the end, spoiler alert, he decided to kill himself so that the pool would, stop trying to terrorize. Yeah, basically.
Well, would y'all say y'all like horror movies?
I don't watch like scary movies that much, and if I'm like watching them, I'm definitely with people because I'm not watching a scary movie by myself.
They're cool. Like, I'm not gonna, like, I don't watch them because like the type of person I am, I'm scared of everything, literally everything.
I get too paranoid to be like,
I just be too
scary
paranoid.
Movies all the time because like even though it's fake, it's just like, I don't know, some of it seems real because like with like the more that they like add into it with like the special effects, it seems a little real, and I get too paranoid in my head, so I get scared.
Yeah. Feeds on your anxiousness.
Yeah. They're cool. Like, I'm not gonna hate on them or anything, but like Bree said, I'll be too paranoid. I sleep in a room in the dark besides my lights, and I sleep by a window. So
yeah, me too.
Scary movies is not horror movies is not the move. I'm thinking something's gonna come through my window.
Yeah, I don't mind watching them, but they're definitely not my top choice of movies. Like, if I'm like, let's watch a movie, scary movie is not one of the first few options.
If I do watch them, I have to be with somebody. I will never be able to watch one by myself. I will most definitely have to be with somebody to hide behind.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Well, a lot of the horror movies on Netflix are pretty tame. If you want to start getting into the horror movies, I would watch those or way older horror movies because the effects doesn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
last very long in the movie industry. So
Yeah, they weren't as very popular and they weren't as good back then, so that definitely would
Yeah.
be a good start.
it was real back then. It felt real to everybody back then, but it's
Definitely different
Thrown
from
out.
the ones now, so it'd be.
yeah. Have y'all heard of the Terrifier 3 movie?
Yes.
I've heard about it, but I
Mom-
haven't really seen anything
My mom
about it.
told me that it was so gory and stuff that like 11 people walked out the movie theater.
Oh.
And I was like, I will not watch it. And my mom likes horror movies, so I was like, are you going to watch it? She said no. I was like, girl, you just told me when to watch it last week. But I guess she changed her mind. She said she seen this one part. I'm guessing the Santa scene. And she said she couldn't do it. So I was like, oh, okay.
I want to watch it personally.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
All of the horror movies where they've said people have walked out of the theaters or thrown up or passed out, I've never gotten scared from literally any of them. So I just
Okay,
wanna
Miss
try it.
Bright back there.
So you like to test it
Oh.
for yourself?
Yes, I
Like,
want to see it.
like you don't want to go based off what like other people say. You want
Right.
to like see it yourself. Okay.
I don't want to go see it in theaters. I'd much rather see it in the comfort of my own home. But I've seen both Terrifier 1 and 2, and they
Right.
are super gory movies. But I don't know. The producers talked about how they bumped up the horror and the gore and stuff like that. And I just
Yeah,
really wanna see it.
because my mom told me that the actor that plays Art the Clown even said that like one scene like made him sick.
Right.
So I was like, well, I'm not gonna
I
watch
don't think
it,
I could.
but I'll definitely hear about it. Like I'll search it up on TikTok and like I'll watch like little stuff because I don't know. I find the clown funny. Like I find what he does a little funny. Not the killing part, but you know some of the stuff he does is funny. But I don't think I could watch the movie. I just can't do gore or like blood. It physically makes me sick. If I could, then
Yeah,
I
it
would.
depends on like what it looks like. Like sometimes I have a weak stomach, and
Yeah.
sometimes looking at it too much, I just like I can't.
That's another reason why I just don't watch like horror movies, cause like some stuff just makes me physically sick and I can't do it. But some of them are cool.
There's been only one really gory show. Like it's the original Hannibal movie. They had a spin-off show and it lasted like about 4 or 5, maybe 6 seasons. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. But there's one scene where this girl is put into a deep freezer and she's laid down flat and the dude saws her in a bunch of different pieces and she's a police officer and the detective finds her. It was really sad. But that was pretty much the only scene to make me very
You know,
grossed
sick.
out, sick. Yeah, and he literally cooks them.
Oh,
Yeah, because
What's it called?
Hannibal.
figured.
Yeah. So I don't know. I liked it. The main character, he has a little he has too much empathy, but the main reason I was there was for him. So
Right.
I watched something similar to that. It was on Netflix. I think it was called like Santa Clarita Diet, where like the mom like had something wrong with her because she ate something wrong at a restaurant, and so she had to go eat a bunch of people. And that was like it was like a little bit of gore, but like not too much, and it wasn't that bad. But it's like a really good show.
No. I won't be watching either of those.
Like
but-
there was scenes like that where they had like, cause they had got like this storage place or whatever, and they had like a bunch of dead bodies in freezers and all that because that's what her food was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like all she could eat was like human.
Okay.
Interesting.
Wait, I think it may not have been just human, but like it was definitely weird meat,
Mm-hmm.
like animals, like dead meat. It was definitely
Yeah.
like dead meat, like dead humans, dead animals, all that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
If y'all had to survive one horror movie, like if you were to be put in that universe, horror game or horror movie, what would you pick? Roblox does not count.
Probably Chucky. I feel like there's no way this doll is really really,
I don't know about that one.
really doing y'all
See,
bad.
I was gonna say Scream because one, the people like the older Scream movies, like Billy Loomis, for example, he's fine, but
Yeah,
not only
but
that.
the problem with that was Sydney and the other girl. Their boyfriends killed them. They were so madly in love at the beginning of the movie, and it was so cute. But then they literally killed
Okay,
them.
I never said I had to be madly in love with him. I just
well,
looking at him, but
think it mattered.
I would run from him. Like I feel like I could at least like get out and would not be one of those stupid people that just.
I
don't
just feel
leave.
like a good way to survive is to just
Or just not go when your group of friends invite you to go camp in the middle of the forest.
Don't go.
Y'all can have fun. I'm good.
I don't know.
That's the best way to survive.
I feel like
every scary movie.
personally, I feel like I'm probably not gonna survive any unless I can like run from them for real. Then yeah, probably probably still
Actually,
gonna
yeah,
die because for some odd reason they'll still find a way to catch up to you. Like they'll just be standing there 10 feet from you while you're zooming off, and then you turn around. They're gone, and you look back, and they're in front of you. So I feel like either way it goes, you're probably gonna die. But I don't really know.
What makes you think you could survive Chucky?
I don't know because it's a doll.
Okay, but he's like a really fast, very
It's a possessed doll.
possessed, very murderous doll.
I just feel like don't make him mad.
He was
I don't
lit
know.
on
I feel
fire
like
and didn't
kind of
die.
like just chopping him up.
Yeah,
and
no,
just,
he
like,
was lit on fire.
tearing him
You
to
know,
pieces.
shot. He was all that. Still didn't die. I just feel like just don't make him mad. Like what the freak? Just don't bother him. Don't do anything. You gonna be okay.
Right.
Don't buy the Chucky doll.
My sister had a 3-month-long Chucky dream. She watched the first Chucky with my mom, and she was just terrified. And she had dreams every single night where Chucky would kill her, and she finally was able to kill him one night with a chainsaw. Mind you, she was 7. And she was so proud that she killed Chucky. It was all she could talk about for weeks because she stopped having dreams after she finally killed him.
I remember when it first came out, and I remember being so terrified of that scene where he was all folded up into the fridge or something, and the way he just came undone and all that. Oh, it
Wasn't
scared
the
crap
way
out
they
of
killed
me.
him or stopped him was insulting him or making him cry or something like that?
It was to not be afraid
Yeah.
of him.
Cause some of the movies I be hearing about, it just be cause with Pennywise, like you said, don't be afraid of him. But I also heard with Freddy Krueger, not to be cause he only comes when you're asleep.
Yeah.
But you can't fear him, cause if you fear him or something like that, then
Because you have control of your dreams. You don't know, but you have control over your dreams. And that's his thing. He feeds off of your fear and your dreams, and that's the easiest way to get you. Because he isn't a real thing. So, I don't know.
But that's just the way it is about being scared about anything. It's just feeding into the fear in your head. That's making you scared of it.
Right.
oh no, cause y'all say that, but I be scared of everything. So
Oh. Well, just don't
Don't
attract
feed into
any
the fear.
demons. Don't go to a graveyard.
never planned on it.
Oh yeah. Also, all of the Ouija board stuff that these movies are doing is weird. I don't like all that. All the Ouija based movies, I don't really like that much.
So, I heard that the Ouija board is supposed to, that universe is also supposed to mix in with the Annabelle and the Conjuring world.
Oh.
But I've watched them and I just don't understand how it could
See,
fit.
but I also don't understand the whole going back to the Ouija board thing. How do you not know that that's not someone pushing it?
It's actually, you're technically not pushing it. some scientists decided that they were going to study it because people have been doing it since 1700s, and they legit thought it was a ghost. It's your expectation kind of what you expect to happen. Like, if you expect it to move, it's going to move. But, like, if you have a group of 3 or 4 people, because you're not really supposed to play it yourself, or it will move because you're moving it. If you have a group of 3 or 4 people, y'all all want it to move. And without realizing it, y'all all will move it. So, it's your uncontrolled behavior of accidentally moving the piece when you're not really supposed to.
Oh.
Yeah, because, like, it would just be, like, one little movement, and then everyone else's hands would just start following, and then I guess that's when it goes to move, and then everybody just starts freaking out.
Mm-hmm. I've played it before. I've played it before when it was someone trying to ask me out. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He pulled out the Ouija board. I was at one of my friend's house, and he pulled out the Ouija board, and it was one of his ways of trying to ask me out.
I would have said no
Get
immediately.
close to me. But he didn't end up doing it. And, yeah. It didn't work. We lit a candle and everything. We were all so ready. And it was like 3 a.m. Didn't work. So.
Yeah, no.
And we were like the people that want that to happen too. So, didn't really happen. Kind of sad.
Oh.
See, I wouldn't be sad.
That would actually be ecstatic.
Right.
I was sad. Have y'all had any like paranormal experiences?
No, but I live in a haunted house.
What's that?
Like
ghost.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is, I don't know. We be lighting sage around our house and stuff, but like, it was me, my mom, my brother. I don't know. It was like 3 of us in my mom's room. We're sitting down. Like I said, we're sitting down. She has this little board, this little eating board. I don't know what it's called, but like it folds up, like the little wooden table that folds up or whatever.
Like a little dining tray.
Yeah, but it's only for like one person. So like, she has that in her room, and we were all just chilling. We were just quiet, and next day later, it falls. It's just like, woo. But it was stable, so it's not like nothing was happening, but it fell. One time we have a Ring camera in the living room, and we were all home alone. And I mean, we wasn't home alone. There was nobody home but our dog, and he has his own room, so he wasn't even wandering around the house. But the only way for the Ring camera to activate is if somebody walks past it. Our dog can't walk past it because of where his room is at, and his door is closed, so he can't walk past the camera. So my mom got the notification that somebody's in her living room.
Oh.
So she looks, and there's nobody home. So who's in your living room? So she's trying to see, okay, was there a break-in or what? There's nobody there, but like we could see like a light or something, but there's nobody there, and we could just hear our dog barking, and we don't know what he's barking at, but we just know that my mom is getting notifications of somebody in her living room, and our dog is barking at something, and we don't know what's going on. Another thing, Charmise, me and Charmise share a room, and we was going somewhere, and my sister was like, "Mama, why did you come in my room last night? You came in my room and laid in my bed."
Oh.
And I was asleep. She was asleep, and my mom was like, "I didn't go in your room and lay in your bed." And she was like, "Yes, you did. Like, I felt you. Like, you was in my bed, laying beside me and everything." My mama said, "Charmise, I'm being so for real. I did not go in your room last night to lay in your bed." And I knew my mom wasn't joking. I could tell when she's joking and she wasn't joking. So I was like, this little girl felt somebody in her bed last night, and nobody was in that bed. And nobody was in that bed. Is anybody... What? And then it's like I be feeling a presence. Like when I'm in my room by myself, I be feeling a presence there.
Oh, your house is haunted.
We did like that house. That house has been up for like a minute now, but like I be feeling a presence in my room.
We
I be
need to
feeling.
go search up, see if there's a murder that happened in the Cyrus house.
Right.
I be feeling stuff on my bed, and I turn around quick, and I be like, "There's nothing here. What is going on?"
No, actually, because I feel that sometimes at my house, like I swear I'll like hear something move on my bed, or like I'll feel like, you know how like when you get on your bed and like it goes down, it dips down.
Oh,
yeah.
Like I feel that all the time, and I don't even be moving on my bed. And I'm like, I whip around so fast, ain't nothing there. I'm like,
I be feeling the
what?
presence, and I be like, "What is in my room? What is in my room? Get out of my room! Get out of my room!" So yes, it's definitely been paranormal activity in my house. My mom lights sage.
So
and-
she knows.
Yes, and she's a religious person, so you know she prays and stuff.
I got a story.
But she lights the house. She was like, maybe it's like bad energy or something in our house. I don't know what's in there, but it needs to get out because it scares me from time to time because you could just like, you could tell it's there.
Right.
Because, like I said, she felt somebody in her bed. I will feel like a presence around me. I'll feel stuff or like in my bed or like hear noises and I'll be by myself. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. And we don't know what's going on.
When I was like younger, I used to be obsessed with baby dolls, and a lot of the baby dolls, like, you know, they would like cry and scream and laugh and just like make noises and all that.
Like a baby alive?
Like something similar to that, but obviously like not like baby life, I don't think. And I guess I got like too old or something for it, and like we had put all of my like old baby doll stuff in like a closet and like a tote, and then like not too long after that, me and my sister, we were walking by the closet, and all we hear is that baby doll just going off. But it didn't like when we opened the tote, there wasn't any batteries in the baby doll.
That actually happened to me. We was at my cousin's house and she was it was actually a baby alive and we didn't touch it. We didn't have it. It was sitting in a whole other room and it just started talking and stuff. We pick it up. There's no batteries in it. Nobody has touched it. Nobody has played with it. And it's just running its mouth. We're all little kids. Like, we're all like 7, 8. Like, we're little. So we're honestly scared for our lives because this baby alive is talking.
This baby
The
alive
baby
is
alive
alive.
And there is no batteries in this thing. So what is going on right now? And I was like, wow. That's why I just never got baby alives anymore. Because you're not finna haunt my house.
I'm pretty sure there was an article produced where baby alives were still, like, they would chew, like, didn't they chew stuff?
Yeah, they had like food
Yeah,
and stuff.
they were, like, chewing and hurting kids, and they were still, like, powered on when their batteries were removed. So there's been a lot of, like, weird things with baby alives.
Yeah, that's why I just started
I think
getting
it's
them
just
my
the
dolls.
companies putting real baby souls into the baby alive.
Okay.
That's going a little bit too far.
I mean, you
a little
never know,
scary.
because why would a battery-powered toy operate without the batteries in it?
Did y'all ever have Zoom pits?
Are those like the little hamster thingies?
Yeah, I never had them. I wanted
had a
them.
Zoom pit. I had like 12, and they would not stop going off on their own. Like, me and my sister would be done playing with them. It would be like 4 hours later, and they would still go off. So we got so tired because this one just kept on going off on its own. We would sit there and we'd pick them all up and we'd listen to them. And we got so scared of that one, we locked it behind the sink in my half bath and like in my tiny little old home. And we kept it there. And literally 10 years later, it went off. 10 years later. And we had checked that sink because we were like destroying the house, getting everything removed from it, to get my sister moved back in there. And the house had just been sitting there for literally years without AC, without literally anything, without running water. We opened the sink, the little cabinet under the sink, and it is shoved all the way back there where the pipes are. And it was corroded from the leaking pipes and had mold all over it. And it still was talking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like 10 years later, was still working.
I had, y'all know like those diaries you used to have where you'd have to like speak into it. I had one time and like the batteries had like completely gone dead. Like you press the button and like they did not work. Like you know how like when batteries get old and like they'll start like getting that rust or whatever in like the back of it after like it's been sitting a while and like you don't mess with it. Yeah, those batteries look like that. And like one day I for real heard it like just make the noise that the diary would make when you would press the button.
Oh.
Okay.
But the batteries were fully like eroded in there. Like they could not work at all.
Well. Okay. Like.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
Ghosts just love all of us apparently.
No, because I have some real, actual ghost stories where I've actually seen stuff, and I was terrified to live in my house for a few years because of it.
Wow.
I was sleeping one morning, and I had I used to have a couch in my room, and that's what I would sleep on, and I had it pushed all the way up to the stairs, and I don't have a door on my stairs because it's a long hallway. I had woke up one morning, and you know, like when you get tired and somebody is coming up the stairs or walking by the door, and you're just like, I'm just going to fake sleep. I didn't do that this one time, and someone walked up the stairs and stopped and had looked down at me, and I had looked up at them. They were a completely blacked out figure, and all you could see was their eyes, and they had like really big hazel eyes. And then I looked away because I was horrified. And I heard them go down 6 steps. I counted because I was fearful for my life. And then I looked real quick, and there are like 16 steps. So, to get to the actual floor.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked real quick. After those 6 steps, he was gone. And I asked everyone that night at dinner if they had seen anything. And they said no. Like, none of them came upstairs. This was also like 12 in the afternoon, and I was still asleep. So, it was a little wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Wow.
But yeah.
Love that for you.
Y'all have any more stories? Anything else y'all want to talk about?
Not that I can think of.
Nothing really. I mean, nothing unless my mom told me. I mean, she was on her, it was like, she seen this thing that she found weird. She was at this Airbnb for her birthday. I don't know why her friends did this, but they thought it was okay to walk in the forest. The forest they've never been in before. So they decided to walk it, and they see this little house. And it's like all abandoned and broken down. And then they just see this statue of a little boy just like kneeling in the yard. And I'm like, what is that? Like, why is that there? Like, the house is abandoned. It's like a little boy just in the yard. And I was like, oh, don't approach that house. Don't go anywhere near that house.
Oh, like a statue?
Yes.
You don't like little baby statues?
It wasn't a baby, though.
Isn't there like this weird conspiracy theory?
It wasn't a
statues
baby.
Where like there's like a certain type of statue where if you see it, you can't look away.
Oh, they're called weeping angels. They're complete. Yeah. It's like an SCP thing, but they're making a movie out of it. Like this, I've seen the trailer a few times recently, but it's a crying angel, and they're like these demon things, and they're like fully concrete, but if you look away, it'll kill you.
It moves. Like it moves,
and if it gets so close, it'll kill you. Yeah. So
there's a house on my road that actually has like weeping angel statues, and
Why?
so like low key growing up, every time we pass by that house, I'm staring. Either I'm looking at them and then like watching them as we go by, or I try my hardest not to look.
Right.
Because I was scared.
Well, okay.
You didn't know about that?
No. I don't know. I don't know nothing about nothing.
The first time I heard about them was I was watching like a YouTube video when I was a kid. And it was
My
like this,
sister told me about them because, like, I guess because we had that house on our road, she just like always used to talk about it growing up, and so I was always terrified of it.
I didn't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing.
I'm surprised
Why?
because it was like a thing.
Oh.
Like SCPs have always been like a big thing in our culture, like our little pop
What
culture.
is SCP?
They're like, I don't know what the acronym stands for, but it's like all these like kept away science experiments, and there's like Peanut Head, and it's this weird looking dude who's shaped like a peanut, but like his eyes and his mouth are really weird.
Oh.
And then the Weeping Angels, and then there's another that I feel like y'all would get really quick and understand what it was, but let me look it up.
Well, this is our Halloween podcast. We would like to say another thank you to our sponsors:
Georgia Highlands College,
Rome Little Theater,
Chiaha Harvest Festival,
Rome Shakespeare Festival,
WLAQ,
Rome News Tribune,
Meg Trek Collective.
and Rome Emperors.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Let's see it.